change of guard in Haryana, the Vadra-DLF case is once again in the news. The victimized IAS officer Ashok Khemka, who raised serious objections to the land mutation, is demanding for registering an FIR over the missing pages from Vadra-DLF land deal case file. Khemka came to know about the missing pages of file in his RTI petition reply. Admitting that the pages were missing, Chief Secretary P.K. Gupta said an internal inquiry has been instituted in the matter and efforts are on to reconstruct the file. But Khemka, who 2 years back cancelled mutation of the land deal between Robert Vadra's company and DLF, says it's a serious matter and the guilty should be booked. How can the note suddenly be untraceable? He asked. According to Khemka, the file noting is a very important piece of record which alone would establish that the 3 members were specifically appointed to an illegally constituted committee by the then political executive. He further alleges that the committee was not only constituted by the then Huda-led Congress government to convert the illegally allotted land legal, but also to defame his credentials as a civil servant. In fact, the State Public Information Officer D.R. Vadva, in an affidavit before State Information Commission a week back, has mentioned that despite efforts to trace out page number 1 and 2 of the noting of the file, these could not be traced and therefore these pages could not be provided to Khemka. The 48-year-old IAS officer, whose action to cancel the mutation in October 2012 had raised a political storm. He had sought the documents to ascertain how the official committee, which later on gave clean chit to Vadra, was constituted. The Chief Secretary on his part said that it was a fact that the pages of the file were missing. But Khemka says in his letter to the Chief Secretary, and I quote, "This is serious. Now there can be no scrutiny of the matter as to how Krishna Mohan, K.K. Jalan and Rajan Gupta became members. What were the terms of reference and what occasioned the constitution of the committee when the parties were not aggrieved against my orders and the only remedy against the order was to approach the High Court?" The previous Huda government had constituted the committee after Khemka cancelled the mutation, and IAS officers Krishna Mohan, K.K. Jalan and Rajan Gupta were part of the committee. Of the 3 officers in the probe committee, Krishna Mohan has retired. In that backdrop, one has to wait and see how the new BJP government headed by Qatar will respond. Any action either way government is likely to kick up a major political storm and make news headlines yet again. News Desk, Mango News.
There is some information that one of our Indian IT personnel also is there. So the External Affairs Minister is keeping in touch with the concerned people there, both our embassy as well as our counterpart also.